Hey guys, what's up? You know, it's your boy Romy here at it again. It's been a minute since I came on the channel, so I just wanted to give you all an update. Trying to do a little work today, nothing major. Yeah, so this is my 2017 Honda Accord Sport. Like, I've been hearing some rattling sound on the right side, and I was like checking everything out. And when I looked into it, I realized that the strut mount right here, that's the problem. Now, I did some research and I also found out that these strut mounts, like, they get loose after a while just for driving the car for a minute. So you gotta tighten them. However, there's a truck passing. However, mine is tightened all the way, so that's not the issue. But it seems like it's somewhat damaged. If you can see, you see where it's like, it's off to like the left side. So it's not in the middle. It should be in the middle of the thing. Let me show you the other one so you see exactly what I'm talking about. See? That one is dead center. So that's really what it should be like. But this one is off. So if you look in there, you can actually see where the metal is rubbing against the metal. So right in there, it's kind of like worn out. I've hit a couple holes with my car. I got like this rim changed once already because it was bent from getting into a hole. So I'm thinking it's the constant hitting on all that that's made it bad. So today I'm just gonna pull this down real quick to see exactly what's up. This is actually the strut mount, but I got a new one just in case. So I need to take the strut off and I'll see exactly if it's the mount or whatever is going on down there. I'll probably take this bar off too. So that's the stabilizer bar. Because if you notice, the strut mount has 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. And one is all the way in there. I think these are like 14 millimeters. So I got to take this off. I think that's like a 17. So I'll take this off just to give me way. And put that aside. And then we start doing some work. Get it jacked up, take the wheel off. But you don't have to take off the entire hub assembly. Yeah, so to take the stabilizer bar off, I brought out the bad boy. That's my rigid high power torque. Brushless, cordless. Yeah, that's the way to go. That's actually a 4 amp hour battery on there. It's mad crazy. This thing is so powerful. Like, I even took the axle bolts off with this thing. So it's mad crazy. So I'm just gonna use it real quick and blow these 2 bolts out, because this is a 17 as I told you. So you can adjust the power on here. It has like 1 to 3. So 1's the lowest, 2 is medium, 3 is the highest, or you can go to auto. So it like gives itself the own power based on what torque it needs and the resistance it's feeling. So I'll just put this on like 3. So I just take these bolts off real quick. See? Easy peasy. I told you this is mad powerful. Like, you gotta be careful with it. Look at that. Easy peasy. So these 2 are out. I get on the other side and I'm just taking everything off so I can clear the way. See that? Nice and easy. Yep. Nice and easy. And just like that, this is off. So I'll just lay this right here on top of the engine. Like, there's nothing gonna happen because I'm not trying to move it. So these are the bolts I'm telling you that we got to get to now. As you can see, it's all clear. So it's 1, 2, 3. And once we take those off, we can pull that bad boy down. But first we got to do some work here. So let's jack the car up, take the wheel off, and start disassembling the stuff that is around the strut under there, and then we can start taking it out. Yeah, so first we got to get this car up in the air real easy. I'm just going a bit higher so I want clearance under there to see exactly what I'm doing to change anything I need to change. Take this wheel off. It's 19. Nice and easy. Told you this bad boy is mad powerful. So that's the wheel. Use my wheel as a little seat. Put the lug nuts to the side so I don't lose anything. All right. So this is what's up. I colored my calipers and my router a few years back, probably 2 years ago. Still in decent shape, but I'm not gonna do it again. Now, this is the bad boy that we're trying to get to, right? So I need to see exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? To see if it's damage up there or if the strut itself is damaged. So as you can see, there's a few things we need to loose on this. This is where the strut sits, so it goes inside this assembly part here, which is on the hub. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take off this link bar, right? So this one is connected to it. So I gotta put some WD-40 on there. I don't think these things have ever been pulled, so probably it's gonna give a little fight. We're also gonna take off the outer tie rod end. So we gotta loosen this pin and take that off. I think this is a 17. This is also a 17. We're gonna take the ABS cable out. So you see it runs in here. So we're just gonna unclip this. And also we're gonna unclip it from here. So once we take it off of here, unclip, we should have enough clearance to do what we want to do. If you'd like to do something else, you could take this 10 out so you can actually put the entire ABS cable to the side. That's totally up to you if you want. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that because probably I'll have enough space. Who knows? So let's see how that goes. And then there's one bolt behind here. Here it is. So it's this bolt. I think that's 17 too. So this bolt right here actually holds the strut within this assembly right here. So that's what we're trying to do. So it's the outer tie rod end that we're gonna take off to put that to the side. We're gonna take off the link bar right here. We're gonna take off the ABS cable that's running and connecting on the strut. And then we take this one bolt out that holds the strut. Then we're gonna use our hammer to hit on here to loosen the strut from within this. So as you can see, this has never been pulled. So it's kind of like sealed in there. So that's why we gotta use that hammer. Probably my ball peen hammer or something to hit on this just to get it loose. And then from there, we can do the 3 bolts at the top and the entire strut will fall down. We're taking off the outer tie rod because this will allow us to push this down, you know, just to give us enough clearance to take this bad boy out. Probably the axle slide out a bit, but hopefully I don't have it doing that. So that's what we're up to. Let's get it work. This is my WD-40. I'm just gonna spray some on the bolts, just so it can like start soaking in, you feel me? Because these things have never been pulled before. So once you do that, you know, at least you're getting some soak so you can then take everything off easily. So whatever this is, you know what I'm saying? Just so you can play. So you just get some in there and get some in there, you feel me? Just like that. So at least when you're pulling things, they have a little lube, so to speak. Yeah. So that's about it for the WD-40. Let it sit a bit and then we use the impact. This right here is clipped in, so you just squeeze it like that and you kind of pull it out and that's out of the way. This one right here is just held in there, so you just push it out from the back like that. See? So that's all clear now. So that's out of the way. Once we have those two off, I think this will somewhat be enough. You know what? I'm also just gonna take this 10 off so I have more clearance to get this like fully out of the way. Because I don't want when I'm hitting on this and this falls down, because this has a little, you know, it's a bit long. So I don't want when I'm hitting on this to get this mount out, it damages my ABS cable. So I'm just gonna get that out the way, and then we take it from there. And I'm also gonna use my bird beak plier and open this, which is the clip, and then we can undo the outer tie rod end too. So let's go. Yeah guys, as I was saying, so I took this 10 bolt out so we have clearance here. So now this entire thing comes out, you feel me? And you have all what we need. I took this was a 17 bolt on the link bar, 17 bolt, so I took that off. If you're trying to take it off, it may be difficult, but you gotta have like use a pry bar, because I used my pry bar. Where's it at? So I use my pry bar, you know, and kind of put it in here, apply pressure on there while I'm trying to undone it. And then I took this off. This is actually a 19 bolt on the outer tie rod end, so I took that off. So I'm just gonna hit here and hopefully the outer tie rod end falls out. I'm not gonna hit on it. You don't try to do that because you'll damage the threading if you're trying to put the bolt back on there. Or you can put the bolt on and top the bolt just a bit, not too hard, while it's screwed on there, so you're not hitting the actual threading right there. So I'm gonna take this out and take that out, and then we undo this big bolt, and we should be able to start prying down on this. We're gonna hit it with a hammer first, you know what I'm saying? Loosen it up and then pry down to take it out. That's what we're doing. So I also took this brake cable out the way. So it's a 12 bolt just to take it off of here. That means when I push this down, I have a lot of space with everything. And the outer tie rod end was giving me a hard time. I hit it, but it was not popping out, so I actually used my little tool here. I got on there, so I'm just gonna use this. You do this, tighten it, and it pops it right out. So that's what I'm about to do. This is an awesome little tool. Like anytime you're having issues, you put it on your butt, just like that. It pops right out, so it's mad easy. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take this bolt out. I think that's a 19. Let me check. Yep, a 19 right here. Nope, it's a 17. That's how it is sometimes. You don't always get it right. Yeah, so that's a 17. I'm gonna put it on there with the impact and try to take that bolt all the way out. So it's gonna come from that end, as you can see there, all the way out. And then it's time to take this bad boy down. So we're gonna hit here with a hammer and beat it down, use our pry bar to clear the way. Then we do the 3 on top, and that's it to take it down. And so we got everything off, right? As you can see, we got that bolt out. It was a 17, nice and easy with the impact. Now if you look, see, just by me doing this, you can see where the strut is actually moving within this hub. So I'm just gonna use that hammer. This is my mallet right here. Like if I should just hit on it like that, see? That's my mallet. It's already coming out. So that's the whole thing. You just hit on that and then you just pry it out. So I'm one-handed doing all this, so I'm gonna take it out and then I'll talk back to you all. I'm still working it, so it's like halfway out, so I need to get it down some more so I can pull it out. And it only comes out this way. So if you notice, there's this bracket here that you put the brake cable on, so you can't try to put it that side. And this side, I believe, is shorter based on the angle of it, so you want to pull it forward. So I'm still going to keep pushing it down and try to squeeze it forward. So all you gotta do is pry this down. As I said, I bent this back a little so I can put my bar on here, and I used my foot and I just yank it down, and then it'll pretty much come out like that. So it's out. All I gotta do now is release these 3 up there. And once I release these 3, then I can be able to pull it all out. So after you get it to like this section, you want to loosen those 3, take them all off so you can pull it all out. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Up there, it's for up here, it's a 14 millimeter. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put my impact on it. Like that. Take these 14 off. This one may be a bit tricky, but let's see. I got it on there. Yeah. So once you got it off completely, you just take that off, right? And then you take these off, put them to the side, and then you'll be all set. So these 2 are for the 17 for the stabilizer bar, and then these 3 will be for right here. Right, so once you do that, then you come back down here, and as you can see, with just like wiggling on it, see, there you go, comes right out. Now this is the problem I'm having. I believe my strut mount is damaged, but I'm not sure yet what's going on. So that's what I'm telling you. You see how that's off-centered? Like, definitely there's something going on down there that's wrong. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna actually use my spring clamps. I have spring clamps right here. I'm gonna clamp this bad boy up to release the tension from the spring. Then I'll be able to take the top bolt off. This bolt right here, which I believe is a 17, I think. And then we'll be able to disassemble this strut and see exactly what's going on with it. So this is what it looks like when my spring clamp is on there. One on the left and the other on the right. Then I'm just gonna use my impact gun, tighten it up to release the tension from this mount, and then we'll do that screw up the top. Yeah, so I got this off that mount. It was 17 millimeter. First, you gotta kind of loosen it while the strut is fully assembled. So don't compress the spring. Start loosening that bolt first. And once you get the bolt loosened with the spring normal, take it up to like the tip. Then you start compressing your spring. The vice grip is on it because the shaft has a tendency to slide back down in the strut. So I'm just using the vice grip to hold the shaft so it doesn't slide back in. Now I'm going to take this off and see if it's damaged or what needs to be changed. Yeah, so this is the original. This thing in here is shaking. I'm not sure if this is a washer or if it got damaged, so this is out of place or what. I'm not really sure, but as you see, it was somewhat bent inside. This is the KYB. So I got a suspension mount from KYB. Nothing is shaking in here. It's all solid. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna put this one on there and then see what's going on. So as I was telling you, that strut mount was definitely damaged. I put the new one on. As you can see, that shaft is dead center. That's what we want, the shaft to be dead center. Now these new mounts, you just got to put it back in and line the top up. And once we do that, we get it back in and we do everything that we did to take it off. Make sure everything is nice and snug. That's how we roll. So I finally got it in. That was a struggle just to get it in there. So it's all lined up. You got your 3 bolts at the top. So I like using my old bolts, so I'm not gonna use the new ones. So you just take these and you put them on here, just like that. That's 1. That's 2, and that's 3. So I'm gonna tighten it up after. All right, so we're gonna go down here, finish putting this in. As you see, the CV, the axle came out a bit, but that's okay because it's back in now. Once I get it flush, everything will look nice, but it's in there. If I turn it, you'll see, it's in there. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we put everything back together and we're good to go. So when you wiggle it back in, that's how it looks. The axle is good. See? Fully good in there. It's turning up in there, and that's nice. So we're just gonna put these things back on. So you put that in there. That clips in there nice and easy, right? Put this one back. So you put it like that. There we go. That one clips in there nice and easy. We're gonna do a 10 bolt. That's right up there. Put it back in. Get that going. That 10 bolt is back nice and easy. Screw that in with the hand. Then we're gonna tighten it. We take the 12 off. That's right here. And we put the brake line back on. So that 12 fell. Let me get it. You put the brake line back on right there. Put the 12 in there. I'm only doing this one-handed so I can give y'all a visual, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put that in. And then once that's in there like that, we tighten that up. We're gonna take this is still good, my link. As you can see, it's pretty stiff. So that's good, and down there is pretty stiff too. See, it's not falling, so that's good. And we're gonna pry that down and put it back right in that hole. I'll need both hands for that. And for this, we just turn this and put it right back in. This one it's okay. Could be worse. So I'm gonna still leave it on there, and we just put that right back in that hole, and that's it. So I'm gonna put all this together and then I'll show you. Yeah, everything is back on now. So we got the outer tie rod in with the bolt and the pin. That's secured. We got the linkage bar bolt back on, and that's nice. This is a balancer for the strut, by the way. I didn't need to take it off, so I left it on there. We got the brake cable back on, so that's good and dandy. Everything is looking awesome. Just to put the wheel back on. Also, I gotta tighten these nuts, which are the strut mount nuts, and then I put the stabilizer bar back on, and we good to go. That's how we roll. Yeah, so we all set. Everything is back on. This cap, it don't fit. I think it's because the aftermarket KYB, but I still put it on there because I need it to look neat, you know what I'm saying, to match the other side. I need to wash my engine bay. I'm gonna do that real quick one day because we're in the summer. You know what time it is. Gotta keep the fatty clean. It's your boy Romy. I'm out. That's how we get it done in the street, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Why pay when you can do it yourself? Stay blessed. Blessings always, folks.